Long live FooLy. Clap back with your boy. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and drop a like on the video and support them streets, baby. Holla.
E FooLy is the truth.
You gonna learn today.
Man, what is happening in YouTube? Y'all know me, E FooLy. Really? This is the end. Really. This is all I have to say. And before I get started, yes, there's gonna be spoilers in here. And to everybody else who disliked the other video saying, oh my god, it was spoilers in it. Hey man, eat a fucking dick. Ain't nobody spoiled shit that came on national TV. I don't even have cable. I got HBO now. You don't even have to have cable to see Game of Thrones. Don't give me that bullshit. I've never seen so many. This is the year of the pansy. Some pansy ass Nancy motherfuckers that, oh my god, you spoiled it, bitch. It was on TV. It's gonna be spoilers. Click the fuck off and get the fuck out of here if you don't like it. It's that fucking simple. But man, we're gonna get into it, man. And just like I said it, I said, yo, don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. You're gonna be disappointed. And bottom line, it boils down to lazy ass writing. They wrote themselves in a corner. They wrote themselves too high and didn't know how to end anything. And I just cannot believe that these two writers or whatever, the directors, they was like, okay, yeah, this is gonna seem right. Like none of that shit. Everything, like it was no closure for any of the deep fans. I'm talking about those people who actually, if you go through YouTube, you can see some commentators that actually, like, I've scrolled through a few videos. I never really watch them because I don't give a fuck. But I'm saying I've scrolled through, seen a few videos that come up with mine, and it's like detail analysis, such and such. Bran is the Night King, such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like the story behind the Mad King. Like they scratched the surface, but never really. It was like, why put all of these plot holes out there, or why put all these threads if you're not going to give the fans what they want? Like, give me an explanation. Why even bring this up? You see what I'm saying? Like, nothing made sense. It's like, why was Cersei pregnant? Why did they have a prophecy about her if it didn't come true? Hello? Why did they do all that character building with Jaime Lannister if in the end he was just gonna be whatever? You know what I'm saying? If he was just gonna go back to the same old Jaime. Why even put him with that too tall bitch? Why even make her write in the book if she not pregnant? Like when he died, I was like, watch, she gonna be pregnant, man. She gonna be pregnant. It only makes sense. Like, hey, I'm gonna raise this nigga child the best of my ability, raise him, be a good guy. It just fit together. No, we ain't. What's that bitch name? Bran a Tart. You know what I'm saying? Too Tall Jones, bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't make sense. You want to know who the real MVP is? You want to know who's the best character from top to bottom? Tyrion Lannister. Tyrion Lannister. That nigga should have got bodied and fucked up so many times, and yet and still he ends in the same position every fucking time. He's the hand of everything. He was the hand of King Joffrey. He was the hand of Dany. He's now the hand of Bran. He's the hand. He gets the same. He never loses. The nigga never loses, man. And it's like, yo, he be throwing up Hail Marys, man, and nothing. He don't even look at it. Nothing but net every fucking time. He literally this whole show did whatever the fuck he wanted to do unscathed. Killed his daddy, killed that bitch, killed Varys, or snitched on that nigga, let his brother go. I mean, this nigga has time after time done some fucked up ass shit. And I was like, yo, he gonna get his. When he threw that hand down, I was like, yo, Dany about to get his ass, man. Dany's about to end this nigga's story quick, fast, in a hurry. Nope. Tyrion Lannister is the MVP. Now that we've seen all episodes, I think everybody can agree that little motherfucker, that 4-foot faggot, you know what I'm saying, is the MVP of the show. And don't get me wrong, like I liked him up until he left Westeros. When he first left Westeros after he killed his daddy, his story was his character was good, but then they didn't utilize. They made him a smart character that now started doing dumb shit, and I didn't like that. It was like a conflict of characters to me. But they killed off Dany quick, fast, in a hurry. I didn't understand that. That bitch touched the knob of the iron. She didn't even get to sit down, homie. She touched the knob, and it's like, why? Like, it was so fucking ass backwards, her character, and it makes perfect sense. If you look at, it's a video on YouTube that one of my homeboys sent me. It was like 3 minutes of the characters of Game of Thrones being disappointed. Look that video up, man. And she in that video was like, one of the interviewers said, did you like the ending of Game of Thrones? And she gave the most awkwardest fucking smile I've ever seen in my life. Like, God damn, was it that bad? Obviously, she didn't like the way she went out, because it was like, oh, she's going to turn into the Mad King. How is she going to turn into the Mad King if we don't know how the Mad King turned into the Mad King? If they're not going to give any explanation, like, why do that whole Hodor thing where the shocking revelation was that Bran has fucked with him in a different time, if you wasn't going to link it to the Mad King? Because it made perfect sense. The nigga, all he was saying was, yo, burn them all. Burn them all. If you wasn't going to connect the fucking dots, why fucking build it up in that way? It made no sense. It made no sense why she did what she did. Oh yeah, she has to be the greatest black activist ever if the whole reason she burnt innocent women and children was because that Miss Daenerys died. She is the only one on the planet, only one in publication that has cared about an African American more than life itself. The only person. Like, she literally needs her own holiday. Black History Month need to be named after Dany. If you're gonna tell me, oh, they cut that bitch's head off. This one bitch that she met, it wasn't one that grew up through childhood. You're telling me that one death was the reason that made her go insane and say, yo, I'ma kill women. I'ma kill women, children, man, motherfuckers that even had nothing to do with this, to kill this bitch. Are you serious? Are you gonna make me believe that shit? No. Lazy writing. Lazy motherfucking writing. And for the simple fact, like, every character in Game of Thrones that was actually a main hitter, I'm talking about from Cersei to Jon Snow to the Stark kids, every character, with the exception of maybe the Hound and Tyrion, were all filler. Everything that happened with them was all fucking filler, because their endings made no sense. To send Jon Snow to the Night Watch, because now that he's not a bastard, now that he knows his origin, it'd be no reason for him to go to the Night's Watch. And you're gonna tell me, oh, it was because he killed Dany. It made no sense to make his mother, Lyanna Stark, and his dad, the Targaryen, that whole story, unless he was going to end up on the throne or dead, made no sense. It was filler. It had nothing to do with the end of his story. It had nothing to do with Bran. It had nothing to do with the Mad King or the situation. Nothing. Everything in this story was filler, man. Everything. And I'm so disappointed. I am so disappointed in the ending. Like, I don't understand. Were they mad at HBO? Did the show get canceled early and they had to wrap things up quick? Was it really in the books that it ended the way it ended? Because, like, nothing made sense. The Drogon riding off into the sunset, never to be seen again. They didn't clear that up. They didn't clear up how the fuck did Grey Worm know that Jon stabbed? Like, how did they find out she got stabbed if Drogon burnt the throne and took off with her body? How the fuck did they know? It makes no sense. How did they know she got stabbed? They make it seem like Drogon was like, yo, this is my mama dying. I'm taking her. We're going out. We're leaving. Fuck this. What, did he stop by and say, yo, look what this nigga Jon did. Go get him. I'm out of here. Made no sense. And for the fact that I wanted to see if Jon Snow was a dragon. You know what I'm saying? Like how Dany was a dragon. If Jon Snow was a dragon, if he was immune to fire. So when that dragon like hopped up, I was like, yeah, man, he about to burn or try to burn Jon, and then we're gonna actually see if Jon is a dragon. Nope. No closure with that either. No closure of him being. It made no sense to give him the heritage they did if he was just going to end up at the Night's Watch. If he was going to end up the same way he started when he was a bastard. It made no sense. No sense. It made no sense that they sit up there and they put him on trial if she killed Cersei and then all those innocent people, and then Jon killed her. It made no sense to hold him on trial if she was not yet the queen. He literally just killed a random bitch that pronounced herself the king because she wasn't the queen because of Jon's heritage. You see what I'm saying? So it made no sense. I mean, I cannot be the only one that's just disgusted with how they ended the story, man. And I don't really blame any other YouTuber as far as, you know, we were all wrong. I just think most of everybody, and I think when I say everybody, not just people that put out videos on YouTube, I'm talking about everybody. I think we outwrote the writers. It was like, you know, we were taking steps like, okay, now this is gonna happen, just on the precedent of what happened in other seasons, and it was just like thumb in your ass, man. Thumb in your ass. So I just think they just had to have beef with HBO, man. They had to have beef with HBO. It just makes perfect sense. I mean, Cersei did all that shit and she just gets tripped up. Nobody got justice. I'm telling you, from top to bottom, it made no it was just a mess, bro. It literally was a mess. I mean, if you liked it, hey, to each his own, man. I mean, some people thought Hitler was a good guy. You dig what I'm saying? But all in all, I think it was more or less an abomination, some type of witchcraft. I mean, come on, Bran as the king. And this is why I say Tyrion is an MVP. Tyrion was the one who taught. No, he didn't. Tyrion stood up there, talked to Jon, made him kill what's her name. Tyrion was the one who talked to Bran, made him change his mind about being three-eyed raven. When he stood up there, he said, yo, I can't be the Lord. I can't be the Lord of this, of the North. I can't be the Lord of anything. He literally said, yo, I'm a three-eyed raven. I'm the history. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain, you know, title I need to uphold. And then all of a sudden, Tyrion talks to him, and he's like, yo, why do you think I came all this way? I'm like, that just didn't fucking, come on, man. Come on. It literally, and it's a lot of stuff on YouTube, man. I think one of my homeboys texted, he was like, yo, the nigga that ain't did shit the whole time comes out with the best motherfucking ending out of everybody. Nobody got fucking justice, man. Nobody got justice. I mean, Arya, I told y'all in the other video that she was gonna be, that was literally gonna be her Hail Mary. Her only thing she was gonna be able to do was, you know, kill the Night King, and that was gonna be it. And look what happened. So it made no sense that the last episode, they showed her, you know, looking at all his death and looking around crying, and you know what I'm saying? Like she was gonna do something, and all she did was walk up to John and say, hey, she's not right, and walked off. That was it. That was it. And it's like, back to Grey Worm holding John for prisoner. Like that lady said, what they could have 10,000. I think it was Sansa. She was like, yo, we can have 10,000 people outside waiting to come up in here and fuck your shit up. Y'all ain't got a dragon, which was their main throwing card. You know what I'm saying? The Sullied, the Dothraki, all of them was pretty much done. All they had to do was band together and come in there. That's what I thought Varys did. That's what I thought. Why did they show him sending off all of those birds if he didn't do it? If nothing came of it the last episode, literally nothing. What would have made sense is if he would have killed Dany and then they had him on trial, but then had all those people outside standing behind Jon Snow saying, yo, he's the rightful king, man. He's the rightful king. That bitch is crazy. Nothing. Nothing. No ties. No nothing. So why did they show Varys writing all that shit? No reason. Why did they show Arya getting all mad that Dany was burning everything to the ground? Why did they show that one lady and her child get bodied? No reason. Nothing happened. And I'm like, Sansa and Arya knew the truth. Bran knew the truth. Why the fuck they didn't stand up and be like, yo, he might have did that, but he was standing up. He was doing what he needed to do to make sure we didn't have no Mad King, which didn't make sense. Because like I said, man, they never showed any history of why the Mad King became the Mad King. Why the hell they show that Hodor shit? I have nothing else to say, man. I have a lot of fucking questions, and it's so many conundrums I can go through, and it's just like, literally, this is it. There's nothing else that's gonna be said about Game of Thrones, meaning as far as new material. You can wait for the book, but they probably gonna go in the same vein. Hopefully they don't, but I'm saying, like, hopefully the outrage that true Game of Thrones fans have, they forced the book to go a different route. Hopefully they do, because I'm like, all of those plot twists for it not to mean anything at the end. Come on, man. Why was Jon Snow? Why did they tell his secret if it wasn't going to mean anything and he was just going to end up back at the Night's Watch? Why did they make what's his name in Three-Eyed Raven if he really wasn't going to take the Three-Eyed Raven spot as? Because this is another twist. What he could have did is what Arya said she was going to do. What's west of Westeros? She's like, yo, nothing. Bran should have went west of Westeros with somebody so he can, you know, get some new history or some new, you know, maps or something and be like, yo, this is over there at Westeros. I'm the Three-Eyed Raven. I can scout out areas without other people knowing what's up. Come on, man. They didn't put an end to Drogon, so that nigga just left. He's gone. He's out there somewhere, never to be seen again. I mean, nothing. They literally, from how they ended it, they could come out with a season 10 and literally be right on Steve, man.
Like